Hi, and welcome back to Wisdom from the Angels. My name is Carolyn, and I want to welcome you. I hope that you're doing well and that your family is safe and that they are also in the best of health. Okay? Today we're going to get started with a message from the angels. We're going to find out what our overriding theme is, and then we're going to go from there. Okay? So I've been shuffling and what is the message, angels? What is the message today? What is the message? Aha. The message today is wisdom. Okay? And if you see the pictures on there, it's of a beautiful woman, and she's sitting down, and looks like she's with a wise person, maybe a sage or someone who can give a lot of information and guidance. It could be an oracle reader. It could be an oracle. It could be a tarot reader. Okay? So this is our overriding thing. All right? Today we're going to be working with healing with the angels. I think right now with all that's going on in the world, a lot of healing needs to start to happen. And I believe that it is happening on the planet. Mother Earth is healing as well as everyone on the planet, all of nature, and all that is going on is for our highest and best good. And we have 4 cards that came out. The first one is surrender and release. Okay? The second card is freedom. The third card is trust. And the fourth card is focus. So I'm going to start. You see where Spirit says to start today, because our overriding theme is wisdom. And if we look at the first card that came down, it is of a woman, and she is holding this beautiful vase, and it is as if the stained glass window behind her is pouring down wisdom, guidance. We are being told that now is a good time to surrender and release. And the time is now for us to use our wisdom, our inner wisdom, the wisdom of our ancestors, the wisdom of the angels, and to bring it forth into our life. This is not the time, especially astrologically, with all of the planets that are retrograde, and then we're about to go into Mercury retrograde next week. We are in the shadow right now, and what it means to be in the shadow is that the energy is building up to the retrograde. After the retrograde and the sign has gone direct, that means that the energy is slowing down and is dissipating from that sign. However, we are going into Mercury retrograde, and Mercury is the sign of communication. Mercury is the sign of all things that have to do with electronics. So if you need your car repaired, your computer repaired, try to get it done before June 18th. That is next week, and Mercury will be retrograde at that time. So if you're getting a repair done now, you're in good hands. What it means when something breaks during Mercury retrograde is that is somewhere where you might need to look into your life and see what is it that you need to really review and to work on. During a Mercury retrograde, and retrograde states are about reviewing, about looking at where we need to let go of something, or whether we need to review whether it is working in our life. Because it is in Mercury, the sign of communication, we need to look at what is not working for us and how can we do it differently. Okay? But it is not the time to start pushing agendas. It is not the time to start really honing in on this is the way I'm going to do it or else. And that energy right there is an energy that is of lower vibrational energy, which is not necessarily bad, because sometimes we do need to feel those energies. Let's not live there, okay? The next card was freedom. And if you look at this, the figure on here, It is of a woman. Um, Funny, she has on no bra. Um, freedom! Big freedom. And the angels are surrounding her. Freedom. What does it mean to be free? Okay, let's look and see what the cards says for freedom. All right. In fact, let me finish with the other two and then I'll come back and we'll read for all of them to see what they say. It is also a time where we can be trusting. We can start to trust in the universe or the divine. You may also call it your creator. You may also call it God. Where you find that you trust, this is the time for that. Trust that all is in divine order, all will work out, and all will work out in the way that it is supposed to. And set aside any expectations, set aside any agendas, set aside all of the things that you perhaps want, because as far as you know, the divine has a greater message for you. Okay? And this card is called Focus. And I think this is a unified message for today, to use our wisdom, to surrender, to release, to focus and trust that all will work out. If you look at the gentleman, he's staring off, or is this a female? No, this looks like a female. She is looking off into the distance. Perhaps she is focusing, okay? So let's look at what all of the cards mean, because that's important too, to get the meaning from the author. So we look at the card, surrender and release. And I'm going to hold the card up. Okay? The card meaning is to let go and allow the divine and the angels to help you. Everything that you release will either be replaced by something better or will be returned to you healed. When you hold on too tightly to a part of your life that's not working, it has no room to heal. Whether you're unhappy with your love life, your finances, your career, your home or health, this card is asking you to let it go. If you hang on to close aspects of your life because of fears such as, what if I can't find someone? What if I can't find something better? Then the situation will only get worse. However, if you're willing to open your hands and allow the situation to be freed, one or two situations will occur. Either it'll be washed away from you and replaced by a better situation, or the situation will heal in a miraculous way. By drawing this card, the angels ask you to try not to control the outcome of your troubling situation, but to let it go and let God help you, okay? Or whomever you refer to as God. The next card that we have is Freedom. The angels guide you to freely express your true thoughts and feelings with love. You may feel trapped right now by life's conditions. By drawing this card, the angels ask you to realize that you are the only jail keeper that ever surfaces in your life. Whenever you release that, you have the power to be free. Freedom follows. Everything that you do in your life is by choice, and you are free to choose again. Even prisoners are free to choose their thoughts so that they can feel peace and happiness under any conditions. The next time you begin a sentence with, I have to, whatever it is, stop. Ask the universe and the angels to show you some alternatives. They will either help you complete the task from a loving mindset so that you don't feel trapped, or they will guide you to something else that you will really love. The next card that came up was Trust. And trust can be a big issue, especially right now with all that's going on in the world. We're still in a pandemic, even though many states and counties and cities have started to relax some of the restrictions. It is a time, though, for us to still trust in the divine that all will work out for our highest good. The card trust means believe in yourself and have faith that the universe and the angels are with you. Ask them to help you lose the fear that blocks you from enjoying full faith. Your angels know that you have been disappointed in the past. These experiences may have eroded your faith in yourself, other people, and maybe even in the universe. However, the angels are reminding you the importance of holding on to your faith. By drawing this card, the angels emphasize the value of self-trust. They know that you, like everyone, have made mistakes in the past. However, these mistakes have not eroded your true nature. In other words, your true nature will always shine through. You will have omnipresence with the universe, and the universe is infallible. The angels ask you to trust and to trust in them. They will help you to begin to trust yourself again. Okay, that's the card for trust. And the message for focus is think about what you truly, truly desire. Not what you don't want, not what you don't need. Guard your thoughts and carefully, very carefully, because they create your experiences. Sometimes it seems that our thoughts choose us, but this is never the case. We always choose our thoughts in each and every moment. Our thoughts always have an effect on us, and there are no neutral thoughts. 1/2 second before you hold a thought, you decide to choose it. So with practice, you can learn to monitor and begin to alter your thoughts. This is the equivalent of putting your hands on the steering wheel of life. There is a saying that what you choose to think about is what will show up in your life. Okay? You may believe that your concentration abilities are impaired, yet the infallible mind of the universe is within your own mind. You can experience remarkable feats of concentration by saying, I am now able to focus my mind at will. I hold only loving thoughts, and my angels act as my gatekeepers in establishing a steady stream of thoughts of love. Now I'm going to say this. We have these messages and they are wonderful. They really, truly are. The message of using wisdom, allowing wisdom into your life, of surrendering and releasing, of freedom, because we do have a choice, and also to trust in the universe, and to focus our thoughts. And all of that means that at this time in our lives, at this time as we are all going through this pandemic, we are also going through a lot of the unrest in the world, as well as other things that may be showing up in your personal life. Now is the time. Now is the time not only in history, but it is also the time within our own lives where we need to come together. We need to come together as one. As we saw with the pandemic, it did not look at age, race, because we really are all only one race, the human race. You know on forums when they say, what race are you? I've always put down other, and then I fill it in with human race. Probably baffles the hell out of them. Anyway, and I've been doing that for years. Back to the subject, Carolyn. It is time for us. And what we saw with the pandemic, that's where I was. When we saw with the pandemic was that it didn't choose people by zip code. It didn't choose people by how many likes or followers they have on Facebook or whatever social media platform that you're on. It didn't choose people by whether they lived in a house or whether it was big or whether it was small or whether they had a lot of money or they really are struggling right now. It didn't choose people like that. And I think that there is a lesson we can get from even something as challenging as the pandemic. And the message, the one true message that, and it's been out there and you've been seeing it for months, But it's really time for us to really focus on that and bring that message into every area of our life. We are in this together. We are in this together. And it is important for us at this time on this planet and in our evolution to see ourselves as a unified body. Okay? So use your wisdom. Use the focus. Trust and have faith. Surrender and release it to the universe. And your sentence can be something as simple as, thank you, universe. I release and surrender this situation and circumstances to you. Thank you. Now, if you're looking for an angel to help you with that, let's see. We can call on Archangel Gabriel for guidance. We can call on Archangel Michael for not only guidance but protection as well as focus, because Michael is really good about helping you with focus, as is Gabriel. Okay? And we can begin to really hone in on asking for help. Now, how do you ask an angel for help? How? Simple. Put your hands on your heart. Take a couple of deep breaths. Angels, I need your help. I desire your help. Remember, we're not going to use need and want, so sorry about that. I desire your help with this situation. See, I too am human. And begin to really just speak to them like you speak to your friends. They've heard you. They've heard your potty mouth. They've heard you when you were suffering. They've heard you when you have been laughing and celebrating. Now, here's one thing about the angels that you can keep in mind. You must give them permission. They will not do anything without permission. Why? Because we were born with free will, and we can use our free will every single day. And even though you may get guidance that says, go up this road and make a right, and you're like, you know what, I'm not going to do that today, I'm not listening. I'm going to go up the road and make a left, and then you find yourself in the middle of a construction zone. That's why guidance told you and the angels told you to go right, so you could have avoided that. Sometimes we as humans feel we know best. Always rely on the angels. Always ask the universe. Go into your heart. And it can be as simple as taking your hands and crossing them and putting them over your heart. And just simply talking to them. And if you're not sure which angel to call on, the best thing you can do is say, get the flock in here. Just get the flock in here. Bring them all in here. There's thousands, hundreds of thousands of angels out there. Get them all in here. Get all of them in here that wish to come into this situation and lend assistance. Okay? So, the universe loves you. The angel loves you. The angels love you. I leave you with blessings. May you have more peace in your life than you could possibly understand. Namaste for today, and thank you for coming. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, and then there's a little bell next to the subscribe button. Push that. They'll send you an email, let you know when I'm back on. But I'm going to be doing these Monday through Friday, and we're going to join up again tomorrow. Okay? Thank you for coming to welcome Wisdom for the Angels. Wisdom from the Angels. Thank you. Bye-bye.